No, don't worry. Let Ajabas chill there, man. Business class. Oh, really? MashaAllah. Then I'm blessed to be next to you, man. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم بفضل بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى أهل بيته الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا صل على محمد. قال الله عز وجل في كتابه الكريم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الذين آمنوا وتطمئن قلوبهم بذكر الله ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب آمنا بالله صدق الله العلي العظيم. صلوات صل على محمد وآل محمد. Once again, my dear brothers and sisters, we thank Almighty Allah for giving us yet another moment, another opportunity to learn and to seek to perfect ourselves and to become not only better human beings, but true lovers and followers of Ahlul Bayt and true servants of Allah. The verse I've just quoted is Quran 13, verse 28. This verse discusses one of the qualities of the true servants of Allah, those who believe in Allah. And that quality is their hearts find peace and tranquility through the remembrance of Allah. Now, departing from this beautiful verse, the topic I would like to discuss tonight is a topic that all of us, one way or the other, are affected with. You heard this topic before, I'm sure. And it's important we always remind ourselves of this very important topic. And that is the topic of anxiety, an Islamic solution to the challenge of anxiety. Al-qalaq, as they mention in Arabic. I would like to discuss this very important topic in the following ways. Number one, we'll ask ourselves, what is anxiety? Its origin and its causes. And then the last stage of the examination, we'll look at some of the psychological solutions of anxiety, but most importantly, the Quranic solution to anxiety. It's interesting, I'm here in Sydney. So I did my advanced diploma in counseling and psychology online with an institute here in Sydney, International Career Institute. As I said, all of us, one way or the other, we are affected. Now, when you examine the world, you realize that the world is advancing very fast. Most especially when it comes to technological advancement. The pace is unbelievable. But one thing we need to be cognizant of is that the more we advance, the more the side effects. Each advancement comes with a side effect. You see, man of today is enjoying so many advancements. But at the same time, man of today is struggling with so many sicknesses compared to the man of yesterday when there wasn't much of advancement. Look at the sickness around today in the world. Is it cancer and all its types and other diseases that the man of yesterday had no clue about? One of the major side effects of the advancement we see today is mental health. And to be specific, because that's what I'm discussing tonight only, is anxiety. Qalaq. This anxiety, if it is not properly taken care of, it can make life unbearable. And you will see, inshallah, look at different types of it. And you know, today you have some Muslims who, when you talk of mental health or any mental health related issue, they are quick in brushing it under the carpet. That mental health is a myth. It's not a reality. Some, when you talk of mental health, they say no. Anyone who worships Allah properly will not be affected by mental health. That's not true. Sometimes you find in our community, people say, you know, this person has mental health related, whatever it might be, either bipolar, anxiety, high level stress, you name them. Struggling to accept the loss of a dear one. He said, no, it's natural. Somebody has cast a spell on him or her. That's not true. The way physical health is a reality, mental health is also a reality. And in fact, mental health is more dangerous than the physical health. Today we find youth. So many of them go through anxieties. Businessmen and women, university students, elders, but elders very little compared to the young ones. So question, what is anxiety? Qalaq. There are so many definitions. But one common definition is that it's a natural response to stress and a perceived threat. In other words, anxiety is a feeling of fear, worry, and unease. It can be mild, it can be excessive. Look at an example of a mild or normal anxiety. Say, for example, you are invited to give a talk, presentation, in front of so many people, many scholars. That nervous of presentation is anxiety. Or you are going for an interview and you're so nervous. It's a mild anxiety. But sometimes, no, you can't concentrate at all. You feel like something is itching you. That can be serious anxiety. It's not mild. And hence, psychologists, when they discuss this topic, they say, look, there are so many types, but there are these two major types of anxiety. We have a qalaq asabi and qalaq mawdu'i. Even in Islam, we have so many discussions in this regard, actually. You look at Najul Balaga, there are so many topics on mental health. You just have to dig in, and you'll come across so many traces of the teachings of Ahl al-Bayt in this regard. First one, they call it neurotic anxiety. What does it mean? I'm faced with a particular challenge in my life, whatever the challenge might be, and I'm worried this challenge may become worse. That's a form of anxiety. Like you're examined with a certain sickness, not that serious, but you're worried that this sickness will become worse, it will escalate. It's anxiety. Like, you're signing a deal of a work, a transaction, but because of your past experience, you're not sure if this will go through properly. You tend to become worried. It begins with stress, then it gets into anxiety. The other one is objective anxiety, they call. You don't know for whatever reason, but you're not happy. Suddenly you're moody. You don't want to talk to anyone. You don't want to see anyone. You don't want to even spend time with your family. You just don't know what is going on today. That's a form of anxiety. And you cannot afford to suffer alone. Now look at the origin of anxiety. This is crucial for all of us. I'll look at it psychologically and Islamically so that we can appreciate it. You see, if you take yourself, if you like say soul, it has 3 faculties. But if you look at it from the philosophical perspective, it will tell you 4 faculties. 3 faculties. The first faculty, psychologists, this is Freud. Freud is one of the gurus of psychology. He refers to it as id, ID. Kindly pay attention, understand this. It's very important. He call it ID, id. In Arabic, they call huwa. In Islamic traditions, gariza, instinct. I'll explain what it means. Just bear with me, inshallah. The second faculty is ana. That's in Arabic. But in psychology, they call it ego. Not ego on the face value. Ego. If you bring it into Islam, aklun wa'i, conscious mind. The third faculty, they call it ana al-a'la in Arabic. But in psychology, super ego. So don't take ego on a face value. This is very important. What is super ego? Quran refers to it nafsul lawama, conscience, dhamir. Or in Urdu Farsi, it says zamir. Now let's look at them one after the other and understand the origin of anxiety. First one is id, huwa, gariza, instinct. What is instinct? That's where inclinations are stored. Instinct. But the major characteristics of instinct is that it wants only one thing in the life of every individual. You know what is that thing? What your instinct wants? Who can tell me? Who's saying that? Ahsantum kumail, habibi, hayyakum Allah bayyakum. Perfection. Instinct wants nothing but perfection. So that's what Freud psychologists say, id. Second one, as I said, ego. Ana. aqlun wa'i, conscious mind. The work of aql wa'i we mentioned before. It receives information, it processes the information. Third one is dhamir, super ego. That's your conscience. Without conscience, nobody will develop in life. Nobody will progress. So now look at it. Your instinct wants nothing but perfection. I want to go for an exams, I want to pass. I want to sign a deal. My instinct is clear. I need to achieve, not just breaking in, to make loads of profits. I'm going to the mosque, I'm going to the center. I want to benefit, I want to enjoy. That's what your instinct wants. I'm going to play football or soccer, as you may call it here. I'm going to enjoy and go back home nicely. Instinct always wants perfection. Tomorrow, Monday, I'm going to work. I have all my plans before I go to bed. I know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Instinct wants nothing but perfection. But you know where the anxiety comes from? When the conscious mind analyzes the reality out there, then it realizes that no, it's not what the instinct wants. It contradicts what your instinct wants. That's when anxiety starts. I want to make it, and I put all the effort, but the money is not coming. Anxiety. That's the origin. That's where it emanates from. You have a son and daughter. You invest everything in them. You want them to be excellent Muslims. But they grow in, they are not. That's the reality. Although your instinct wants the perfection, but the reality out there, they are not like that. It tends to deprive you from sleeping. That's anxiety. No, you are invited for a program. And your expectation with your instinct is that really this program is going to be one of the top. But you get there, the reality on the ground is not what your instinct expects. That's anxiety. You start to be worried. No, you've got you and your wife or your husband or your son. You've got a plan. You expect your husband or your son to accept it. That's what your instinct wants. But he's telling you or she's telling you no. It gives you anxiety. If you don't take care, it has the potential to destroy life. Wallah. Now look at the major causes of anxiety. I'm just going to mention 3. The first one, al-ihsasu bil-ajz. Sense of incapacity. Feeling of incapability. I can't do it. Wallah, Sheikh, I can't. This is beyond me. I can't. That feeling causes anxiety in our life. Look at our youth. Look around in the world. Look at youth. Muslim youth. There's that feeling of incapacity. Sense of I cannot do it. It causes a lot of anxiety. And if it is more, don't suffer alone. Don't. Wallahi, you'll destroy your life. Look at how many people are destroyed. If you've done psychology, you'll understand what I'm talking about when you meet people. It's terrible. So that's the first cause of anxiety. Second cause, tawakku'ul makruh. Anticipation of misfortune. There is no misfortune here. But I think it will not work out. No, it's not going to work out. No. Forget it. You're wasting your time, bro. That tawakkul causes anxiety. It may deprive you from serious sleeping. No, it's not. I don't think it will happen. It causes anxiety. Baba, you've done well. Go for it. No, I don't think. Like you see somebody looking for a child after marriage and they're not getting. Whenever they put effort, it's not going to work out. It causes serious anxiety. Or in your education, I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail. This thinking is not going to work, brings negative energy, and it causes anxiety. You know the third cause of anxiety? Al-khawfu min al-majhul. Fear of the unknown. Fear of the unknown. Let me give you some examples. Somebody, may God forbid, is diagnosed of cancer. Hope you are okay. Just look after yourself. But will I be diagnosed? What if I'm diagnosed? Fear of the unknown. No, somebody's company, may God forbid, crash. Will my crash? This business, will it even work out? No, somebody is divorced. No, I don't think I'll get married because too much divorce. Fear of the unknown is one of the causes of anxiety. In fact, in this day and age, it's one of the major causes of anxiety. Now, what's the solution? So I said, I'll give you a bit of psychological solution, and then we look at Quran a bit and traditions of the Ahlul Bayt. And we're done, inshallah. If it's a mild anxiety, and I give you examples of the mild anxiety, two things you can do. Say, for example, you're feeling unease, suddenly, fearful, worried, suddenly. The quick first aid, number one, change the environment. You hear? Get out of here. Go somewhere, walk, change your environment, change. Just environment. You are in the house, you're feeling very uneasy, uncomfortable. At work, sometimes you go, you feel very uncomfortable. Change the environment. If it's mild, it will help. Or switch the activity. Like I'm busy on my laptop, I'm working, but I feel like headache, itchy, not happy. Change the activity. Maybe pick up a book and start reading. Go take a walk. That's one. This is just first aid. Second first aid solution, talk to someone. Talk to someone. Pick up your phone, call someone. Obviously, I would say the best people to call are those who a bit of understand anxiety, or people who understand Islam, they can advise you. Or somebody who has gone through that experience before. This is just first aid. Now, the big one, when you realize it persists, Quran says the solution is tawakkul. Tawakkul. What is tawakkul? Loosely translated as a reliance on Allah. It's a big solution for anxiety. But you see, tawakkul, you need two things. Asbabul maddi wa asbabul ghaibi. You need physical means and you need spiritual means. Tawakkul doesn't mean I rely on Allah and that's it. No, that's not tawakkul. That's tawakkul, as some may put it. Tawakkul simply means what? I want to make money, but I'm not going to rely only on du'as and stuff. I will do dua, but I'm going to work hard. Baby, you can make dua until heaven falls on you. If you don't go out and make effort in addition to the dua, it won't work out. Allah has given you the choice. Wake up. You are ill. And you don't want to take your medication. And he said you rely only on dua. Only dua will not help you. Dua is powerful. Absolutely powerful. But it's maddi and ghaibi. For example, may Allah forbid, you are told you can't fast because of sickness. and you are given medications to take during the day. You cannot say, I'm going to fast because Allah will cure me. Because if it is proven that indeed you are ill during the day, you can't. So the same way, so tawakkul number one, I need to seek the advice of the expert in this field. With anxiety, with mental health, I need to go and see a counselor or a psychologist or physiotherapy or psychotherapies. I need therapy. I need, whenever you feel like you are down, wallahi, don't suffer alone. I see people in our own communities who are reaching rock bottom, not because there is no help, but because they don't want to go anywhere for help. So first, you need mental health specialists when things are too much for you. When you see you are unable to sleep for some time, constant headache, you feel like you itchy, sudden back pain, go talk to an expert. Otherwise, it can become worse. Example, you've lost, or somebody loses his loved one. The person has to grieve. And that take minimum 6 months. If you still feel not okay, you need an expert. In addition to that, I need Allah. Tawakkul. So one, expert, two, Allah. And from my reading of Islam, tawakkul has at least 4 requirements in addition to going to an expert. First requirement is dua. You're suffering. You're going through pain. Raise up your hand, ask Allah to help you. Ask others to help you. Ask others to make dua for you. Many don't have time to make dua for themselves, unfortunately. Wallahi. People don't have time to make dua for themselves. That is not good. Raise up your hand, make dua. You trying out there, you putting all the expertise on board, you seeking a medical practitioner or a psychologist, make dua. If you do not make dua, then you have not understood the essence of tawakkul. So that's one. Second requirement of tawakkul, from the spiritual perspective, is sadaqah. Charity. You know, there are pools of traditions, wallah, and ayah. Charity. You know, I'm sure all of you are familiar with psychology and stuff. One of the therapies is what? Gratefulness. Gratefulness. If you master the art of gratefulness, you'll overcome many challenges in your life. One of the ways to show gratitude and gratefulness is to give back to people. Don't be stingy. Stinginess is a waste of time. It will destroy you. I swear. Give out. Prophet said, Tadfa'ul bala. It takes away calamity. You're struggling in your life. Things are not going well. You've been trying for one thing and you're not getting it. Do sadaqah. So the same thing when you have a qalaq, mutarib, anxiety. Go seek help. Do sadaqah. Interestingly, Quran mentioned, isn't it? Don't they know that? The first receiver of sadaqah is Allah. So when you donate, Allah receives first before it goes to the main recipient, the beneficiary. So that's number 2. So I cannot do tawakkul if I cannot do sadaqah. Somebody may say, fine, I don't have what to do sadaqah with it. You can Do sadaqah of your time. Well, because not everybody can afford. Do sadaqah of your time. Well, in the UK, because I don't know here, I'm from the UK, I was invited to a conference. And in that conference, there were so many stalls. So there was this stall, those I saw were very old people. They were wearing red clothes. So I asked them, what are you all about? They said, we stand for one thing. We've got a phone line, and this phone line is anonymous. Whoever is in need of someone to talk to can call us. We give them just audience. We are not expert in anything. But we just want to give them audience to talk to them so that they can feel good. Because not everybody has somebody to listen to him, I swear. I do counseling sometimes. People come and sit next to me for 1 hour, 2 hours, and they say to me, Sheikh, we don't need any solution. We are happy. For you giving that 1 hour, 2 hours, you've solved our issue, which is true. Listening therapy. So you can give sadaqah of your time. I know people, every week they give 1 hour to teach others mathematics. You've been to university. There are young ones who are struggling. Help them. Give your time. It makes you happy. It removes bala and fitna from your lives. No. Sometimes it's not just my time that I give sadaqah. I can give more than my time. Help an elderly person. We have so many traditions from Islam. How Allah says from the teaching of the Prophet, He cherishes an elderly person. Spend time with them. Where I'm coming from, there are elders in the community, they have no one to talk to. And elders, they just need somebody to talk to, that's it. Or you can go to hospital, any hospital, Muslim, non-Muslim, it doesn't matter. Spend your time there. Go to hospices. So sadaqah is important. It's one of the requirements of tawakkul. You know the third requirement of tawakkul? Silatul rahim. Sile rahim, as you say. Riwayah of the Prophet said, Tunsil ajal. It increases lifespan. What wasi of a rizq. It increases your sustenance. Sile rahim. That's why Quran says, anyone who severs family ties is cursed by Allah. And one ayah said, وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ الَّذِي تَسَاءَلُونَ بِهِ وَالْأَرْحَامِ. Fear Allah, that you ask and seek when it comes to your family relationship. Sile rahim is also a requirement of tawakkul. And last but certainly not the least requirement, birrul walidain, obedience to parents, kindness to parents. The Holy Prophet said, kindness to parents, tuwassi of a rizq, wa tutilul umr, or yutilul umr, one version. It increases lifespan and it increases sustenance. You know, the highest, tomorrow inshallah I will discuss this in details. The highest form of sustenance is peace of mind. Tomorrow I will discuss this inshallah. That's my topic tomorrow. How each and every age group express their love for life. That's what I'm going to discuss tomorrow. So I will outline every age group in life, how they express their love for life. And then I will say at the end, all these ways they express their life is relative success. It's not. Then we'll look at the best one. High level success is peace of mind. The most richest in the world cannot sleep. Famous people of the world, they have a lot of anxieties. It's a magazine in the UK, Mental Health Magazine. They conducted a survey. They found out 41% of politicians, they have anxieties. They can't sleep at night. Because some people think, I'm good if I have the money. But then they realize having the money cannot help. So they needed to be famous. So they used their money to buy fame. Then they realize, no, even being famous doesn't work out. What they do? They further went to become powerful, thinking that when they become powerful, they will become. No. Mental health is finishing people across the globe. Look at the world. Well, look at the world. So therefore, peace of mind is crucial. But Islam teaches us to master your tawakkul, go to an expert, get help from your doctor, and then implement this. Don't say, I do tawakkul, and I fold my arm, and I do nothing. And in conclusion, mental health is a reality. It's not a myth. And everyone, anyone, one way or the other, we have stress. There is nobody who doesn't have stress. Somebody go, no, I don't have stress. Baba, you joking, bro. No, me, I'm okay. No, you know. It depends on the level of the stress. That's it. If you tell me you don't have stress, it means everything is 100% in your life. That's it. Yes, you are navigating through, you are managing, I agree. It's mild. It's not excessive. That I agree. Otherwise, anxiety, sometimes you can have generalized anxiety disorder, because anxiety has a lot of disorders. Panic attack disorder is all part of anxiety. And social disorder is all part of anxiety. So everyone, but what I'm trying to say, when you realize the stress is too much, seek help. Don't fold your arms. So we pray to Allah, Tabarak wa Ta'ala, to make it easy for all of us and to accept our efforts in this holy month of Ramadan. Wa akhiru da'wana an alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa alihi tahirin. Wa salli ala Muhammad. Is there any question, Sheikh?